going live.
Okay.
Going live. I think we're live. It's alive. It's alive. Weird science. Hello. Good morning. She's chipper.
I am.
I'm not.
You aren't.
Because this is a lot earlier than I'm normally up and running.
I'm like, yeah, let's go.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I'm up usually, but I am not like.
He's not chipper. Let's just say that.
No, not chipper at all. I am not a morning person. I am also not a night person any longer.
That's probably
thanks to being married to this crazy person. Because she gets up at the crack of early every morning, and she does her best. I slept in until
about 6 today.
Slept in. See, those phrases do not make sense. When you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, that is not sleeping in. It's not. It's a contradiction in terms.
I slept in past my normal level.
I get up at 6 every day, Blake says.
See?
I do too, Blake. I just don't like it. Jake Nasrallah says, have a great stream. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it. We will endeavor to have a good time, a great stream. I appreciate it. Tom is here. TM, hi all. Hello, Tom. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see that wrench by your name too, so that's good. Sleeping in is getting up later than you usually do. Stop being technical. It's too early for that crap.
Told you, he's not a morning person.
I'm just kidding. I got my coffee. I'm good. Stygian Callant. Me too. Video and sound are good. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. I'm waking up at 2 a.m. tomorrow by choice to watch an online concert. Okay, see, I don't mind getting up for reasons like that. I actually don't mind getting up early in the morning. No. I just don't like it.
And he doesn't get up chipper.
No, I don't.
He needs a little time to kind of wake up.
She bought me a coffee cup that you might have seen it online that says like shh.
Nope. Not yet. Still no. Okay.
Now you can talk.
My sister used to hate that too when we were growing up. She was like, why? Why do you wake up talking? Why do you wake up smiling? But the thing is, my sister's kids have that same genetic trait.
Yeah. That's normal bedtime. That's my normal bedtime, Tom. 2 a.m. Tom?
Oof.
Tom, come on, man. You got to get to bed earlier than that. Now I'm starting to sound like her. Actually, she let me stay up last night until midnight.
I did. It was wonderful.
I don't know. I was so tired last night. I don't know why I stayed up. I think I was excited to have permission to stay up late.
I don't have to give you permission. All I had to do was say, please let me lay and fall asleep on your lap.
No.
Please. I was so excited.
That's not usually what happens. That's what happened last night, yes. But usually it's like, come on, let's go to bed. You need to go to bed. I need to go to bed. Well, let's go to bed. And it's like...
You can stay up anytime.
10:30. It's past our bedtime. Like, all right. Okay. I'm not yelling at people, Robert.
He's a good man.
Weird enough, I felt like you were yelling at me when you said that. So take it. Like it. You don't have to like it. Thank you. I like my coffee cup too. We bought this on clearance. Go figure. We're up in Seahawks country, unfortunately. We bought this on clearance at the local mall at a not a sporting.
Like a baseball hat?
What was that? Did you just have a conniption fit?
I forgot how to make that.
What's that?
It's like a hat shop.
It's mainly hats, but they also have like jerseys and t-shirts and stuff like that. Yeah, a few. But this was on their clearance rack. I got it like, it's a Tervis, So it's one of the nice ones, and I got it for like, I don't know, half off or something like that.
Something like that.
Just because it has the bears on it. I was like, bonus. Blake says, unless you have a job that requires you to stay up that late, staying up until 2 a.m. does you no good. Wow, Mr. Judgy Pants.
I would agree. I can't imagine.
Putting the judgy pants on. Actually, I've said that to my kids many times. Because usually, unless you're up and around for a job, you're probably doing something that can wait until tomorrow, like playing a video game, or you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. Because
like playing a video game.
My grandparents used to say it this way: idle hands are the devil's workshop.
Yes.
That's what they used to tell, and that's like ingrained into my head. If I'm like bored, I just need to go to bed because I'm going to do something stupid. And the way my son says it is, if you play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. So there's a lot of colloquialisms in there that that have a lot of wisdom in there too. So
we just had to look up what mind your P's and Q's meant the other day.
No, we did not
I did. I did.
We did not have to.
Because
I just didn't know the etymology of the phrase.
And the kids were asking.
And no, they weren't.
Aiden said, why do you say mind your P's and Q's?
Okay, yes.
So, therefore,
I gave him what it means,
right.
what the phrase means. She took it to, I need to get on
should,
Google.
I think we should know why we need to mind our P's and Q's.
It's cool. I like that. But you did it because you wanted to.
Yeah, because I mean, other colloquialisms, that's a hard word I can't say. Did you actually see it get stuck?
Yeah, it was like I'm gonna.
No, I like where some of them come from. Like, some of them have a long history, and it's interesting. I used to teach English overseas in the Czech Republic. And
me too. Not in the Czech Republic.
You were not in the Czech Republic. You were in
South
Korea. And I liked the background of where they came from.
Tom, how dare you call me a Red Wings fan? How dare you? That's strike one, brother. All right, I won't get to that question in a minute, but we got some other things up there. This is Robert. Yeah, I know who you are, Robert. I know your last name. And loved having you on the show a few weeks ago. Thank you, Robert. I do appreciate it. I did have a great time, so tell Roy anytime is a good time. I love spending time with you guys. You're a fun group. Now, Brain Games says, I just bought Enchantress Deluxe Box with everything. Same with Super Fantasy Brawl. Woof. Just learned Simon got the rights. Should I have waited? Will Simon change things and do overhauled, updated versions? I don't know. I no longer work for Mythic Games, and I don't work for Simon, so I have no idea what they're going to do with it. I did find out through the regular channels, saw the post on Facebook that they had sold all of those properties that they sold, and Simon sucked a whole bunch of them up. So that's all I know, though. I have no idea what any plans are for Simon for those IPs in the future. But you did score a couple of really good games because Enchanters it's probably my least favorite Mythic game, but I still really enjoy it.
I like Super Fantasy Brawl too.
Super Fantasy Brawl, however, is really close to probably top 3 Mythic games that I really enjoy. So that was a good score. Enchanters is also a good game, so those were solid purchases. Okay, now back to the grievance that Mr. Tom flung upon me. I believe you're from Texas. How did you start following the Bears and the Red Wings? He corrected himself a couple lines later. That's right, the Blackhawks. Yes. You are correct. Since you corrected yourself, the grievance has now been struck from your record, and you have 0 strikes once again. It's all tongue-in-cheek. I'm not really mad. But, however, that is an important delineation. I am not a Red Wings fan. One of the deacons in my church in Florida was a die-hard Detroit Red Wings fan. Razzed him every chance I got. The problem is that, with the exception of a couple of years, back when Kaner and Jonathan, Kaner and Taze were really on fire, and we were like winning cups, or at least in the hunt. The Blackhawks haven't been doing very well since, so it's just the way it is.
But how did you come from Texas to being a Chicago fan?
Yeah, okay, thank you for keeping me on track.
I'm trying.
Okay, so my dad grew up in Anderson, Indiana, which is basically, I think it's just east of Indianapolis. And back then, Indianapolis didn't have the Colts. The Colts were still in, I think, Baltimore at that point. So there was no football team that was near him to be called his team. So he was a Chicago fan. He grew up rooting for the Bears. So I kind of took that on as his kid. The way it actually happened was, what had happened was, he took us, when we were living in Texas when I was a kid, he took us to a Dallas Cowboys versus Bears game in Texas Stadium. And I was there with my Roger Staubach jersey. I was like, because my mom was a diehard Cowboys fan. And we were there to watch the game, and the Bears trounced. I don't know how bad it was. I just know that the Bears won. Mm-hmm. And I was crushed. Like, soul has been depleted, crushed. As a kid.
Right.
Who cares now? But, well, I care. I like to see the Bears win. But, you know what I mean. As a kid, crushed.
Right.
I was a Bears fan from that day forward.
Oh, really?
Yes. I was like, if you're going to come into my team's town and whoop us, you have my allegiance.
That's super
And so
fun.
I was a Bears fan from then on. I started getting into hockey, just watching it at first as probably around 13 or 14.
Okay.
And then started watching them, started following the Blackhawks. Of course, was a Cubs fan. I just didn't like the White Sox. I had Blackhawks in my head, and I tried to say
so
White
you're
Sox.
doing my thing.
Yeah, it's still early for me. It's before talkie time. Anyway, follow the Cubs as well. I've never been a White Sox fan. They're on the wrong side of the tracks, proverbially speaking. So, yeah, that's how it is. It comes from my dad. My second favorite hockey team is the Dallas Stars, though. So I was happy to see them go as far as they did this year. But, unfortunately, the Vegas Knights were super hot. And we simply were not. Man.
I wanted the Avs out of the whole thing. The Avs was the very first NHL hockey game I went to with Emma.
I'm sorry.
No, it was super fun.
How long ago was that?
100 million years.
Was Joe Sakic still playing
I
for
have
them?
no idea. Don't ask me. Don't ask me that. I can tell you where we sat. I can tell you what we talked about. I can tell you what we laughed about. It was a great game. It was Emma and Aaron. I think they were just dating at that point. And it was lovely.
Okay. All right,
so I was kind of rooting for the Avs because they were the first team.
What are we talking about, All One says? Anything you want, All Ones. Good evening, morning, Terrier Halo. Or Terrier Halo. Terrier Halo. Boston, is that it looks like you've got some kind of terrier in your cool. Having a good boot day so far. So far, so good. So what? As Dave Mustaine used to say it. All right, Steve Davey says, Sammy baby, you look like you've lost a bunch of weight, bro. So great work. Thank you. Yes, I have. I see the shirt. You a fellow vet? No, I am not a veteran. I wholeheartedly support our veterans, though. Mm-hmm. My dad was, gee whiz, both of my grandfathers. One in the Navy, one in the Army Air Corps. My dad was Air Force. My second oldest son is Army Airborne. My oldest daughter is in the Air Mobility Command in the Air Force in Ramstein. So I have a very strong connection to the military. So I myself never got the chance to serve, but I definitely see the value in respecting those who have. So this is a shirt that I bought on at Grunstyle's headquarters when I was visiting in San Antonio at the beginning of May. And it's a great memorial shirt. It's got a really cool back too. I got to show the back because usually you only see the front, but the back is really cool. So
our fallen are never forgotten.
Yeah. So that is that. This is a shirt that they were selling, and the proceeds from the sales of this shirt went to put money into college funds for kids of veterans who have fallen. So there you go. Let's see. Quick gaming question. I have a nephew that loves planes, and I wanted to try and get Wings of Glory from Ares Games, but it looks like it is out of print. What would you recommend instead? He loves planes. Robert, if you have Memoir 44, get the new flight plan, because you can play. It's a much better system than the Air Pack was. I don't know if you own Memoir 44 though, but if you do, I would say that. Somebody was just telling Brian from Gaming with ADHD just telling me yesterday that Pan Am is a really thematic game. So that's one you could probably go with. I've never played it, so that's just his suggestion, not my personal one. And I actually don't have a whole lot of aeronautically themed games, so that's about the extent of my suggestions for you, brother. I'm sorry, but I just don't have that many games. Let's see here. There's that. Hi from the UK, waiting for Virtue. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us from the other side of the pond. It's all tongue-in-cheek. I'm not really mad, except yes, I am. Board Game Maelstrom, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Sam. Good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you. Night Watch Games is here. Brenda and Porrick, hello, hello. All one. So what is the game Memoir 44 behind you? Well, Memoir 44, this is actually called the campaign bag. This is like an accessory that you could buy way back when. They don't have it in print anymore, but it basically has the board game Memoir 44 in it, designed by Richard Borg, uses the commands and colors system, and it's a World War II war game. Not a traditional war game. Traditional war games are going to have the little chits on paper mats, and you're rolling a lot of six-sided dice. You're rolling six-sided dice in this one too, but there are miniatures, and it's hexes, and it's card driven. But we've done a couple of playthroughs on the channel. If you want to go back and maybe just watch a little bit of that, you don't have to watch the whole. I mean, they were fun games. They were fun streams. Don't get me wrong. But we did one for Memorial Day to honor the fallen in that way, and then we also did another one with where I taught my buddy JT how to play. So both of those are on the channel. You can go back and check those out. But it's a pretty fun, light war game that is kind of family weight war game instead of the traditional war games, which are more like Grognardish, if that makes sense. Are you folks fans of flicking games?
I don't know what that means.
There are some games out there where you have a wooden disc, and you literally have to flick it across. Okay. There have been some games. There were a couple zombie-themed ones that I really thought were fun, and I can't remember their names right now.
Flicking games.
But they're fun enough. But as with many dexterity games, I'm usually not that good at them, so I don't enjoy them as much as other people do who have better motor skills. I just don't have very good motor skills, and
I don't think I would enjoy flicking games. Let's just say that. I'm like, oh, now you described it? Okay, I don't think we don't own any of that.
Pitch Car is one of them. Pitch Car is like, it's a racing game. It's race cars, and the thing you're flicking is your race car.
Oh.
And there's a track that you have to go around, and the track has guards around the corner, so you don't. Well, you still do kind of go and go off the table if you flick it too hard, but it's got loops and jumps and all this other kind of stuff. So pitch car is probably about my extent of enjoyment for flicking games. If you go past that, it depends on how close the mechanisms are connected to the game.
I don't think I would do that.
Hey there, the Whoopstick is here. Good to see you. Blood Red Skies is a really good airplane game. That is true. I just don't own it. Used to own some of it way back in the day, but it never hit the table. So I got rid of it. What games does Jessie seem to always win?
I have no idea. He thinks I win all the time, and I literally don't. Don't even say it. I am not.
She has not recently won anything.
Yeah, see? I usually
But I think it's
lose.
a ruse that she's doing
No.
to kind of take the heat off. You know, kind of like
No.
when you get nailed for doing something, and then you kind of like
No,
stop doing it for a while.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I lose a lot. I don't think there's one I typically win.
I don't know. We haven't been revisiting a lot of games recently. We've been trying
I feel like I had a good streak on Odin's Ravens for a while, but then we haven't played that.
Yeah, Odin's Ravens is a good game. Good two-player game. Racing, you're taking.
I don't know. I don't think I win as much as he thinks I do.
No. Again, look, it's not winning a lot. It's just that when she starts saying things like, "I don't know what I'm doing," or "I'm just gonna do this because it's the pretty thing to do," or "This looks fun."
No, I lose all the time.
Those
but I
kinds
love
of things.
playing.
When she
I
starts
love it.
saying that kind of stuff, it's like, watch out. Because she's about to score a truckload of points right under your nose, and you're not going to do anything about it. And she's going to go, and be all cute about it. But she will win.
Rarely.
I don't.
But I do love playing. I'll happily lose.
Pitch Car is the best flicking game according to Tom Basil. Well, Tom does have his opinions. That's true. There was a Goonies board game. I got to find that. Yes, there is one. It's right there. It's called Never Say Die. It's by Funko Games. I haven't actually played that yet, but she is a Goonie-holic.
We can play that. Oh, we already missed June 7th.
Yeah, we did miss June 7th.
I was like, oh, we missed June 7th. We should have played that.
You might be asking, why would we play that on June 7th?
It's Goonies Day.
Because that's Goonies Day. And see, most people don't even know that because we're normal. But we know that.
We all have our things. Don't
yes,
get into that.
we all do have our things. That's correct. But my things are cooler than your things. I mean, come on. May the 4th, that's more fun than June 7th.
The only reason people know it is because it rhymes and it's like...
Yeah, it's cooler.
So?
But Goonies Day is June 7th because that was the day that the movie was originally released back in the Dark Ages.
True.
I like the movie too, don't get me wrong. I'm just giving her a hard time. But
so it's my movie choice next week.
We actually live very close to where Goonies was filmed in Astoria, Oregon.
Yeah, we'll go down this summer.
So we were planning. That's what I was planning on doing for her birthday, is taking her on a trip to Astoria. But
that won't happen before next week.
Well, we can't because we have too much stuff going on.
So much stuff. Get us through the next couple of weeks.
But this summer, that's what her birthday present for me is going to be, is a trip to Astoria. So we can go look at all the museum that was the police station in the movie. But there you go.
The car with the bullet holes, the whole thing.
I have hand trimmers, so flicking games are hard for me. Yeah,
Oh,
see, that's the thing. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't have hand trimmers. I'm just not. I can't. Sometimes I just can't control my own string.
I don't know that I've been. I don't think I've ever.
Good morning, Isaac. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Terrier Halo says, I have at least seen some of the World War II Wings of Glory stuff for sale in Europe not long ago. Yeah, that's kind of the unfortunate thing is that most of the online sites will probably stop carrying that kind of stuff when it becomes not as popular. So you're almost relegated to finding them at like, you know, flea markets and personal collections and trading for them or that kind of stuff. Watching you while building Lego Dobby the house elf.
Ooh.
I'm a huge fan of Legos.
I do love Legos.
Funny that you mentioned it. On Monday, and
I don't know where you went.
What?
Legos. Is that what you were looking for?
I have my longbow
No,
is
I
right
meant
up
the
there.
box.
The box that I'm using, yeah, I'm about to.
Okay,
it's in the
yeah.
room. So,
Oh, it is.
Mark Streed on Four Corners of the Board, I think is what his channel is called. He's also the Kickstarter preview guy for the Dice Tower. And Ruel Gavriola, I think I pronounced his last name. They do a Lego building like live stream on Monday mornings, and I'm gonna be joining them on Monday, and because I like building Legos. I'm not into it because Legos are super expensive.
Actually,
they are. They're
Super,
like really
super
expensive. I mean, I bought one of the things that's like for 8-year-olds, and it was like $80.
yeah.
I mean, $80 for a small set.
And I want the bouquet. I want the flower bouquets, but they're so expensive.
Yeah, they are. So they usually do multiple streams, like one every Monday, and they build a big set over the course of those Mondays. But since I'm going to be a guest, we're just doing a small set. It's like 600 to 800 pieces is the set that is the window. So we're going to be doing that on Monday. So be on the lookout for that. Because it's not going to be on our channel. It's going to be on their channel. But come say hello. Mark's a cool guy. Ruel's a cool guy too. So they're both great people that would appreciate your subscribership. That's not a word. Is it? I don't think it is.
I don't know.
Let's see here. What is a game that is out of print that you wish they would do another printing of? Wow. This is not an uncommon question. I don't even know what's out of print right now, frankly. And I don't have a whole lot of old-ish games, I guess, maybe. That would be a good one to reprint. I don't think that's in print anymore, and that would be a great reprint, and I think it could... I mean, Days of Wonder, this is an amazing game, and it's got great components, but I think that would be a great reprint of a game. Coliseum did get reprinted, so that's kind of done. Yeah, we're going to go with that one, I think. Cleopatra got a reprint as well. Oh, I forgot I bought 1901. I'm going to take that today. So, yeah, I think I'll go with that one. That one's a good one that deserves a reprint, Shadows over Camelot. I think it's a great game. It really is. Fortress America already got a reprint, though, from FFG back in the day. Let's see.
Somebody said I was a hustler.
She is. She is a hustler.
So not.
Jessie is just a big hustler. That is correct. I can vibe with Jessie on the Goonies. Sorry, yeah. If you were living in Washington, have you been to the Goonies house in Astoria? We were just talking about that.
Yep.
No, we haven't yet.
I actually have, but that
You
was
have?
many, many years ago.
You're weird. What is it? We just answered that question. Don't forget Ke Huy Quan just won an Oscar. I don't know what that is.
The kid from the Goonies.
Oh, Short Round from the indie movies. He did. Oh, I remember that because there was a big to-do about Harrison Ford
And they did this whole
giving
little
this
thing.
big hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I remember that. Yeah.
That's funny because he usually knows actors' names, like, on the spot. Like, he knows actors' names. Yeah. So when he's looking at me with the blank face, I'm like, are you kidding? Because you know more actors' names than I do. I don't know. He'll be like, blah, 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 and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I don't know actors' names.
Alwyn said it's a fun trip. I am from Portland and love riding bikes. They're from Portland. So that's cool.
That's a good ride.
Terrier Halo says we went to Astoria when we were in Oregon. We had a chewy burger.
Yeah.
Mayhew had recently passed. It was very tasty. Okay. I know what that means. I get it. A chewy burger. Peter Mayhew played Chewy. I get it. That was just a weird grouping of sentences. Because it sounded like it was the Chewy burger was made out of Mayhew.
Yeah.
Like it was Mayhew. Like, I know that's not what you said. That's just what popped in my head. Okay. My brain's weird.
The way you interpreted that was weird.
The road past the Goonies' house was closed off for traffic. Yeah, that's one of the things when I was researching whether or not I was going to take her.
The Goonies' house just recently sold and is under new ownership of fans of the Goonies.
It used to be owned by owned by people that were not.
They were crotchety.
Crotchety
is what I said.
Yes, I know. They were mean people.
They were
like, don't come here. We
don't take pictures. Don't come here. Blah, blah, blah. But it just recently sold to people who are big fans of the Goonies, and they're opening it up more. Oh, what did you just do to your
I don't know. All ones hit Goodwill, and you can find boxes of Legos for super cheap. Yeah, I know, but then you wonder if they're even complete at that point. That's what I would do. If I bought Legos from Goodwill, I would almost guarantee you they're not complete. Because I know what happens to Legos in my house and why we don't get rid of Legos. Because once the thing falls and breaks apart, nobody, first of all, has kept the manual that no.
Look in that box out there. Okay. I have all the manuals for all the sets we bought for Legos. I have 200 box 200 instructions. I swear to you, that box in the bottom of the garage.
All right. Most people do not keep the instructions. Those instructions get thrown away. And so once that thing falls apart, there's no way you're going to remember how to get it back together.
Oh, no, that's why I kept the instructions.
And so they just go into a bin.
I do have a big bin.
Yeah, we have a huge bin. And I had a huge bin from my kids.
Yeah.
You had a huge bin from your kids. So we have 2 huge bins of just Lego graveyard pieces because they're dead. I mean, you're going to make like the stupid flat wing airplanes and stuff like that everybody can just piece together, but you're never going to make those sets again.
Dante used to love the littlest Legos. I used to keep a Ziploc bag in the car for him of like the little, like the headlights and the little, and he would have Ziploc bags of the tiniest pieces. And I would look back and he would make these little inventions out of these teeniest pieces. Dante has some issues. I
would say this to him if he were standing right next to me. Dante is weird. That is just the long and the short of it. Terrier Halo says, and on the topic of Star Wars trying to magnetize some of the heads from Star Wars Shatterpoint at the moment, I want Bo-Katan with and without helmet. See, that is the true hallmark of a geek right there. When they have a miniature of Bo-Katan, Kryze, and you have to make it to where you can magnetize the head so you can have it as with and without helmet. Well done.
That's cool.
Well done. You have more patience than I do. There is a Lego Millennium Falcon that's about the size of your table.
We saw it.
I know.
Actually, it was
Mark Street has one. He got it for free from Lego, and he actually did live streaming of it over the, I don't know how long it was, but where he was putting it together. And I think he has it as part of a coffee table.
Wow, that's
like
cool.
inside a coffee table, something like that. I can't remember. He did something really cool with it, and I was like, dude, you're amazing.
That's super cool.
Mark actually has a really cool story. He used to be the Star Wars magazine, Star Wars fan magazine or something like that. Way back in the day, he was one of the people that was the one doing that stuff. So he's been to Skywalker Ranch. He's met George Lucas, you know. He still has connections to a lot of those people. So he's a pretty cool guy. It's going to be fun hanging out with him. A while ago, Ruel did the R2-D2. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one looks neat too.
My spelling is doing great. My spelling is doing great. I will blame glue on fingers and a small phone.
Oh, yeah, that's a valid. Those are both very valid.
No worries
reasons.
at all. The Whoop say, could you please say again the name of the channel you will be on Monday building Lego sets? That sounds awesome. I don't know the name of the channel.
I don't know.
Maybe let me.
I don't know.
Let me text Mark real quick. Let me text Mark real quick. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. What's the name of the channel that we will be streaming to on Monday? People in my chat want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
You know, I knew you were going to say that.
I'm just saying.
Because I was thinking it.
And then you make it fun of me.
All right, here we go. All right, so when he answers me, I'll let you know, Whoopsick. Kevin Crow, packing for a vacation to Florida and listening to y'all. What's a game that's always in your bag? Ours is Sprawlopolis and Mintworks. Well, Mintworks comes in a little mint can. So that's understandable. What's always in our
travel bag?
Well, I have 3 of the gum pack games.
Yeah, we have
that's
those.
always in my computer bag. We played them when we were in Germany over Christmas break, but I haven't played them since. But I leave them in there because I'll always have a game that I can play if that comes out. Other ones that we usually we there was some time there where we had Star Realms pretty much everywhere we went if we were traveling or something to that effect.
Odin's Ravens we carried along for a while. Well, at least that was just the honeymoon, I think.
Yeah, it was. That's because we bought it on the honeymoon, but
played it on the train. Yeah.
So I would probably say my answer to that would be Star Realms and the 3. I have Bus. Oh man,
I can't remember the names.
I have Bus, the one where you're trying to get. I can't remember them. I've got 3 of them though. I can't remember the names of them. They're all Bus, Gem, and the one where you're like getting squares and you're trying to get. I can't remember the name of it. We got an Airbnb right next to it on the accident last year.
Next to the Goonies house.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. That's what I'm guessing they're talking about.
Oh, on accident. I got it.
Yeah, on accident.
Okay, I got it. That's cool. So you were like right next door to the Goonies house and you didn't even know it? Or it was by accident. They booked it and it was by accident.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool. Did you like do the?
I want to hear the rest. Say it. Go
thing?
ahead. Yeah. What is that thing called?
I can't remember what it was called. I know he had the Pinchers Apparel, and then he had Slick Shoes. Yeah. But it was. I don't remember what he called it. He didn't have a name for it. It was just a zip line.
A zip line is what I was trying to get you.
Well, I knew it was a zip line. I thought that was like one of his like catchphrases. I thought that's what you're. Man. Let's see here. Love Shadows over Camelot. Just a bit tricky finding the right mix of people for it. Yeah, that is true. Blake says I have 0 patience for Legos. I have a few sets that I bought and never built, and most likely never will. Wow. Okay. My dad built a Lego Saturn V. That's like 4 feet tall.
Whoa.
Wow, that's huge. Is it still together? That's what I want to know.
That's cool.
I play board games and miniature games still cheaper than Legos these days.
Yeah.
That's an amazing statement.
Legos
frankly.
are super expensive.
But miniatures games cheaper than Legos? I think they're on the same level. It depends on your level of enthrallment with the game, I guess. Because I remember back in the day, and I'm pretty sure prices have just gone up since then, where an army box of 40K was like 200 to 250. So you can buy a couple Lego sets with that. But, well, I mean, it depends on the size of the Lego set, but you might not be able to get one for that much. Let's see. Anyone else want a dungeon crawl style game set in the Mando era of Star Wars? That would be cool.
I like that.
That would be super cool.
Yes.
I would love to see a Mandalorian dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
That would be super fun.
That would be fun.
David Brownlee says, I've seen a fair amount of Wings of War planes and game boxes at half-price books in the last year, so you might check there now and then. That's cool. Do they have websites where you can do that too?
You can buy on halfpricebooks.com.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Check there. Robert Newman, what game is really hitting on all cylinders for both of y'all right now? Dice Throne.
Dice Throne.
Period. End of discussion.
Super fun.
We've been playing. I only have Marvel Dice Throne. I bought 4 of the characters in the 2 character packs. I have Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch, and then what were the other 2? Black Widow and can't remember who came in the other Black Widow one. Black Panther. Yes, Black Widow and Black Panther came in those, and then Jessie went out and bought the 4-pack that has Thor, Loki, Scarlet Witch, and Miles Morales Spider-Man. So we just played a game of that. I played Thor, and Jessie played Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Yesterday. And it was really fun. And it was really close. Yeah. We were both down to single-digit health. Yeah. Well, I healed there my last turn.
It was the healing that kept killing it.
Took me back up to 10. But
it's like, quit healing, just battle.
Yeah, Marvel Dice Throne is super.
Yeah, we've been really liking that one.
We're really having fun with that. We've also been playing a lot of Unmatched. We played for King and Country, that set, which has Black Widow, Black Panther, and the Winter Soldier in it. And then we also played Houdini and the Genie yesterday on our live stream. That was a really fun game too. Fun. It's on a really cool board that has some secret passages. So and Houdini has this idea, has this mechanism, special ability where if you boost his movement,
he can just go.
He can go anywhere he wants to, as long as it's a legal place to be in. So we were just moving around all over, but the Genie was still able to keep up with us because those secret passages, and you had 3 movement instead of 2. Right.
So I could get to a secret passage and get to him.
Yeah. So cool. Unmatched and Dice Throne are kind of the ones that are really hitting heavy. I was able to play, when I was at Zulu's Board Game Cafe, I was able to play Earth at the board game night. And that one's a pretty hot one right now. And basically my being able to play it, Matt, the owner of Zulu's, was able to teach me. And along with 3 other people, we played a 5-player game of it. And it basically saved me some money. Because I know I'm not going to want to cover that on my channel. It's not because I think it's a bad game. It's just not my kind of game. And that's what I'm covering on my channel. I'm covering the games that I enjoy. At least a little bit, or at least I can find the good in it. You know what I mean?
I think you said Earth was rather complicated. And I
sent her a picture. I sent her 2 pictures. I sent the beginning of the game picture. Yeah. And she was like, "Ooh, that looks like too much." Yeah. And it was like the beginning of the game. I only had like 2 cards in my tableau at that point. And then I sent her the end of the game picture, and she was like, "Bleh."
I can't. So if he got that game, he wouldn't have anybody in the house to play with him.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't make you play. I'm not going to make you play
No,
all
you
the
don't
games we
make me
do
play.
for the channel. But the
I like
problem
to play.
is that there's only that game will only really speak to a few people
Right.
in our area. And I do know that they're here. I know that they're here, but I'm trying to get games that I can play with a wide
Broad
swath
spectrum.
of people,
Yeah.
rather than a very narrow. Basically, if you like Terraforming Mars, you will. I can't see why you wouldn't like Earth. I'll put it that way, because it had that very same vibe to it. And I've enjoyed Terraforming Mars, don't get me wrong, but it's just not a game that I'm always going to want to come back and play.
JT loves it.
Yeah, JT loves Terraforming Mars. He likes the new one, though. I can't remember what it's called. Terraforming Mars.
It had
And I don't remember what it is, but so I think JT will love
Earth.
I think JT will love Earth. He's big. He likes Ark Nova as well. So, but if let me see. So that's Unmatched and Marvel Dice Throne.
We've been playing
Robert.
a lot.
Cubs next year 17. There's a Christian game called The Unseen. You have been chosen that you might want to check out. I recently got it and have really been enjoying it. Dungeon crawl style game. The Unseen. I'm gonna look at that.
Where's your notepad?
I don't have my notepad out.
What?
It's over.
Way over there.
Over there somewhere, I think.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
it's
go
in.
get it.
No, it's still in my. It's still in my bag.
In your work bag?
Yes. The Unseen. Cool. If you are playing with a normal deck of cards, what are you playing?
Solitaire.
Jessie says solitaire. If I'm playing with a regular deck of cards, I'm probably gonna be playing.
I'm gonna scooch a little.
Sorry.
Or just twist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What
did they say?
You said the Unseen.
But it had more. The Unseen.
The Unseen, you have been chosen. A normal deck of cards. I want to say like spades or hearts, probably.
Really?
Yeah, one of those
Solitaire.
trick-taking games. Solitaire is something that I have to be like super bored to play.
Oh, I could play solitaire.
Like super bored. Like bored to tears. Like
Look, you made his brain hurt. Look, he's...
like, I don't know. I have to be super bored to play solitaire. Yeah, I don't like playing games by myself unless it's a video game.
Well, I don't like playing
And even
video
then,
games,
I don't play video games.
I don't play video games.
We're actually taking, well, we'll get to this in a little bit, but we're actually taking another Christian-themed dungeon crawl called Deliverance to game group today. He's keeping the Saturn V together. It's in a corner in his office. That's cool. Mom is building a Where's Waldo puzzle.
With Legos?
No.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Not really. But, okay, yes.
I think that would have been really cool. It's like too awesomeness.
The thing that came to my mind...
Was not awesome?
No, the thing that came to my mind was a meme that I saw recently. It said, I've got good news and I've got bad news. And then it was a gravestone that had the word Waldo on it. That made me laugh. That's what makes my brain laugh.
I kind of cackled on that one.
The new box from GW is $250. I am assuming that's for 10th edition. If that's the new box, the new army box from GW. Wow. Lego outperforms large stocks, bonds, gold, and alternative investments. Research in International Business and Finance, Volume 59, January 2022.
I was reading this, not from that specific article.
So I'm assuming, David, that you're saying that unopened,
yes,
mint condition
yes,
Lego sets
is
is a better investment. I can see that.
Right.
I can see that. I mean, when you have,
I think we have it, but I mean not. Yeah.
When you have entire stores,
right,
that are devoted to just Legos, and I'm talking, we went to Germany.
Yeah, yeah.
And in Munich?
In Munich.
In Munich, we went to the Lego store.
Yeah.
There was a line to get into the store.
Yeah.
A line to get into the Lego store.
And they only have the current ones, not the past ones.
Right. But, I mean, it was a 2-story store.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much humanity in that store.
Humanity?
There's so much humanity in that store. Yesterday's live play was really fun. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. We had a great time. It was a couple of really great games, unmatched. And here's the thing: we were actually kind of on. We played a 3-player game of unmatched with the For King and Country box, and we were actually on kind of a downswing on it because we didn't really enjoy that game. And I think it was because of it was maybe a combination of the characters we were playing and the fact that it was a 3-player game.
I don't know. I didn't love it.
But we didn't really enjoy it. We enjoyed, well, you said when we played, it was Black Panther against Black Widow.
Right.
You said that you didn't really enjoy it that much.
Because my character was melee.
Yeah.
And your character
was... No, your character was ranged. You had Black Widow. No, I had Black Widow.
No, I'm saying.
And
I had to melee. And you'd be in the farthest corner just killing me. And I'm like... well, okay, now I can fight.
Yeah.
Like, it did not...
Yeah. But with
and
Houdini
by that time,
and the Genie...
I'd lost like 8 points.
Yeah,
and,
with Houdini and the Genie, we had a really fun time.
That one was fun.
It was very, very fun.
Did you see that?
The cool thing... Yeah, you did the shooting fingers. That's fun.
Well, it wasn't quite shooting fingers. I did pointy fingers.
One of the cool things about Unmatched, though, is the fact that if you don't like certain characters, you can simply not play with them.
Right.
And you can get other characters that you will enjoy playing with them. And then you can mix and match the characters. So it's the same system. We haven't done
that yet, but I'm...
Yeah, we have. We've just been staying within the boxes right now. But, yeah, that was fun. Terrier Halo says, I play a lot of miniature agnostic games. Miniature agnostic games? Makes it a bit cheaper. I don't know what a miniature agnostic game is. I guess. I'm not familiar with how that term is being used. Makes it a bit cheaper. Played an awesome co-op dungeon crawl this winter. Rangers of Shadow Deep. That sounds... Used a fair bit of the Journeys and Middle-earth monsters. Okay. So you're kind of taking monsters out of one game and using them in another to represent whatever those monsters are. Do you buy games specifically because you know Jessie will play it? I sometimes buy games knowing my wife will like it. Yeah. Well, of course.
I mean...
Because you want that... You want to be able to have that 2-player experience, that
I just missed my mouth.
That downtime. Well,
no, it was closed, and I forgot to open it, and then I was like, oh.
And you missed your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, when I was in Zulus, I picked up a bunch of 2-player games that also play up to 5, so that we can learn how to play the game, and then we can teach it to other people later on. But we can play with the 2 of us first. And usually, she's not that heavy of a gamer. She can play them, but she doesn't really enjoy the heavier games.
I make the face.
Yeah, she makes the face. The face of...
I don't know about this. It's really kind of complicated. But
hey, Colin's here. Colin Zielinski, good to see you. What is Deliverance? Can you grab that?
No.
We'll go ahead and start. We'll start. It's fine. Well, we're kind of transitioning into... Nope. Yeah, you have to...
Way too short.
I can get it.
No. I got it.
Okay. It's heavy.
I know.
All right. So this is Deliverance. Let me go to the second angle here. This is Deliverance. It is a Christian-themed dungeon crawl where each of the players are angels being sent to defeat demonic oppression of a town in anywhere USA. And that's pretty much what Deliverance is. And this was a Kickstarter, but it is going to be made available. It is, I believe it is just about to go into fulfillment, and it will be made available on Lowen Gaines' website. And then he has a select number of distributors that are going to be carrying it too. So I'll be reviewing this here pretty soon in the next couple of weeks to give my thoughts on it. Spoilers, I like it. I backed it, and so, you know, that's just it. But that's what Deliverance is. And we're going to try to get that to the store, get that to the table at game night today. But that is a Christian-themed dungeon crawler. Pure and simple. And it's a good one, too. David Brashaw is here. Hello, David. He is the owner of Backspindle Games.
Oh, nice.
I think he still lives in Ireland, and that's where I've met him.
Awesome.
They did Kodinka. They've done that book game. Gosh, where did I put it? Mornquest, right over there. They did Mornquest. It's an Irish. Like folklore.
Oh, super cool.
Book that they made a game out of. They also did Ninja Squad over there.
Yeah.
Lots of cool games from Backspindle. So good to see you, David. Thanks for joining us. The 10th edition box. Okay, cool. I would love a Christian-themed dungeon crawler. Well, Deliverance is right where it's at as far as Christian-themed dungeon crawlers. Let's see here. Use whatever minis you want. That fits. Yep. Okay. Got it. That's what the agnostic means. Agnostic. Okay. Understood. All right. I have just never used that word. I've never heard that word used in that way. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason I asked. Osprey published a lot of them, agnostic miniature games, where I guess they just publish the rule sets, and you can use whatever miniatures you want. Okay, cool. That makes sense. That makes sense. They sell the rules, use whatever minis you want. Yep. At least she missed her mouth when it was closed, unlike me who just spilled tea down my shirt.
I do that all the time.
Or the counter, or the floor, or the dog.
Sam came in yesterday after I made breakfast for the kids.
And it was a disaster area. I mean, there was milk and almond milk and chocolate powder and...
It's the breakfast essentials.
Remember back earlier when we were saying that she gets up really early? She has to get up really early because she has to be at work at 6:30.
I do.
I, however, am the one who makes all the breakfast. Usually here Monday through Friday, and so I make all the breakfast. It's not the powder, people. It's not the breakfast essentials.
So much
it's
the breakfast
not
essentials.
The milk that just magically pops out onto the counter. It's not. It is the person administering all of those tools and things.
He's only saying this because I'm not here in the morning by the time he makes breakfast essentials, so I don't know what kind of mess he makes. He just cleans it up. But he came out before I got to clean it up.
We have 3 children on the other side of the house. If you would like, I can call them to the witness stand, ma'am. You can't handle the truth. Don't even.
Whatever. I've had spilling issues ever since I was a little kid. My mom used to make me practice pouring water and juice, and she would go, 1, 2, 3. That's enough for me. And I'd go 1, 2, 3. Good. That's enough for me. I couldn't pour my own juice until I was probably in 5th grade. Like, I made it everywhere. You can ask my parents that.
Things are beginning to make more sense.
I was not allowed to pour my own milk. Milk. Something about milk. Milk is really hard to pour.
It does a body good.
And if you buy the Costco jugs, those pour terribly.
Yeah, those
square things, they pour terribly.
Yeah. They fit in the in the
fridge
fridge better.
They fit in the fridge,
but they don't pour very well. That is correct.
We use them at
Miniature
work.
Agnostic means it's a rule set. Okay, yeah, we already got that. Thank you though, Isaac. You have to purchase the rule set. Got it. I don't buy games I know my wife will like. She does that herself.
Ooh, nice. That's good.
I remember once I turned away for like 5 seconds, and when I looked back, she had 3 games and 2 puzzles in her arms. That's
Smart
something
lady.
else. Said it was because it was close to her birthday.
Very valid reasons.
Yep, it is. We were at a game store last week. Blake said they had Gloomhaven on the shelf. My dad didn't know what it was. I told him to pick up the box because of the shelf. You couldn't tell how huge it was. Yeah.
It was a huge...
That is a huge
Somebody
box.
was showing us pictures of that. Was it?
Descent. My Descent box is the same way. It's not over there. I think it's over here somewhere. Yeah, it's right down there. My Legends of the Dark box is pretty big, but it's nowhere near Gloomhaven. I know that. I've seen a Gloomhaven box. One-page rules also makes miniature agnostic wargame rules says specifically to use GW models. Cool. Do you have a favorite small table footprint game for taking to pubs that are not necessarily board game pub cafes? That's a good question. A good small table games that are see, the Dwarf King is a trick taking game that would fit well on a small table. That would be one that I would recommend probably. Depends on the table. I mean, what is small really? I mean, are you talking like a 3-foot round, which is like, super small? Or, I mean, some of those pub tables are like
teeny.
They fit a beer, a couple of beers, and that's it. So it really depends on what you do. David's here. Kodica is actually a good small table game. It's abstract strategy, but it's got really cool components in it, and it will easily fit on a small table. Maybe Silver and Gold.
Oh, I like Silver and Gold.
From Pandasaurus Games.
Yeah,
That would be
I like
a good
Silver
small
and Gold.
table game probably too.
We should bring that.
Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne is a good Viking themed game that has a very small board. So you could probably do that. Mark got back to me. It's Ruel's channel, just under his name. Sadly, we are pushing again as Mark is terribly sick and no voice. Well,
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mark. So it won't be this Monday.
But next time we'll let you know.
We'll push it back. We'll let you know. We'll let you know when it's happening.
And when we find out the full name of the channel, we'll let you know that.
We'll put that in there. But I'm going to respond to him afterwards. Frosthaven is bigger. That is probably true. Wow, that's amazing to me. Because Gloomhaven was a huge box. I mean, filthy huge. Disgustingly a huge box. I mean, I say this, got all those games up there that take multiple boxes, but I mean, frankly, most games should not be that big. And I guess most games aren't. But I don't know. That's probably a rant that I could make, but I'm not going to.
I remember when I worked Gen Con with you at Mythic, and people would buy the Solomon Kane.
Yeah.
And they would get like a...
Yeah. Well, the Enchanter's Deluxe box.
Oh, the Enchanter's Deluxe box was
it's like this big,
and
and this. It's like, come on, what are you doing?
And they
but
get these.
It's got. I mean, the Enchanter's Deluxe box had like multiple things. In it, multiple editions of the game, multiple expansions.
I remember selling them, and I was like,
yeah. It's like literally, it's a workout.
I hope you have a bag. Like, this is huge.
Deliverance makes me think of This Present Darkness. Tom, I told Andrew, the designer of that one, because I've been in connection with this game for years now, and Andrew and I have been friends for years now, and I actually pushed him to try to get This Present Darkness IP from the man, my brain just is not working well this morning.
More coffee.
I don't think that's going to help. I can't remember the name of the author. It's just right there. This Present Darkness. I can't remember it. Anyway, I encouraged him to try to get that because I thought, selling it to Christian bookstores, whatever, Christian publishers, whatever, having that IP would just be bang. But there would have been restrictions that he would have probably had to get around. But anyway, yes, absolutely. Reminds me of This Present Darkness. This Present Darkness and... Man, my brain!
I don't
It's the two books that he put out. Let's see, did he say it? Frank Peretti, yes! This Present Darkness and there's another name of the second book. Or the first book, I can't remember. Both books had very similar names, but they come one right after the other. Let's see. I also have a spilling problem. I make pizzas as my job, and the other day I spilled 2 pounds of marinara on the floor. He actually, this is funny. He actually wrote he spilled 2 pounds of Mariana on the floor. I was like, why was Mariana in a liquid state? That doesn't that's kind of gross. But that's a funny spelling mishap. Is Gloomhaven box bigger than the Frog? Oh, that's why you put that in there. Okay. At the pub, we often play The Crew. That's a good one. Tiny Epic Galaxies, Love Letter. The Star Wars version. Okay, cool. Those are all cool suggestions. You're welcome to Whipsick. We'll let you know as soon as we get back to doing that. My friend has the Frosthaven box, and it is ridiculous. Did you ever delay playing a game because you want to paint the minis first? No. I did not. The reason I don't do that is because, well, generally speaking, yes, thank you for keeping an eye on the time. Generally speaking, I usually, back in my 40K days, when I played Warhammer 40K, yes, because you pretty much had to. If you were in a tournament or anything like that, you couldn't enter the tournament if the army didn't have at least 2 colors of paint on the miniatures. So you couldn't enter the tournament, and that's one of the reasons why we played 40K back in the day, is to play in those tournaments and have fun, and it was the whole community around that. But so in that respect, yes. Modern day board games and that kind of stuff, no, I've never done that. I've never waited. Vernon Piper, he would literally be painting the minis as we played the game.
Really?
Yes. We would start the game with unpainted minis, and then at the end of the game, we had painted minis.
No.
He was super lightning fast.
Wow.
And, I mean, he had them all primed ahead of time, and then he just kind of painted. And he didn't paint them all. That's a little bit of an overstatement.
Right.
But, like, the big monsters and stuff like that, yes.
That's crazy cool.
It was quite interesting. Let's see here. Frosthaven is about 2 inches taller. Width is the same. That is amazing. I think the heaviest box I have is a legendary scythe box with a wood organizer, metal coins, and resin resources.
Oof. Get your workout on that one.
And of course, he says it's stored on the top shelf.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, because that's not a health risk at all.
I will say that there's a reason. Some of the reasons boxes are up on top, but there are some massive boxes on the top shelf here.
What kind of shelves do you have, and are they anchored to the wall?
My shelves are.
These are super well built. They're not anchored to the wall, though.
Oh, yes, they are. They're anchored into the floor and the wall.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. They actually drilled into the concrete.
What?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Because we didn't want them to tip over, and we know the games get heavy.
Well,
Scott, my contractor, my general contractor, built these for me so that when Sam moved in...
Yeah, she was in charge of that, not me.
When Sam moved in, we would have this shelf for him to put his games on. Mm-hmm. But he made sure they would not fall.
That's true.
No, I think he...
Unless you have a standing rule, no small children in my game room.
No, it's not the small children I'm worried about. It's me.
No. But I'm saying, if his legendary scythe box
is on the top and he has a rule.
Is first of all,
a
wooden organizer, metal coins, resin, resources.
Put that one on the floor.
That's like super heavy.
Maybe put that one on the floor.
Frank Peretti is the author of, yes, Frank Peretti, Piercing the Darkness, yes. This Present Darkness, Piercing the Darkness, yes.
Cool.
So that's cool. Yeah, Piercing the Darkness is the second book. This Present Darkness is the first. Yeah. Vernon Piper painted his Santorini buildings.
I know Santorini, the game.
What color are the buildings?
Like white?
Yeah. You know what color he painted them?
White.
White. But he painted them like a stucco white, which is like off-white. But we gave him so much junk about that. He literally painted white buildings white.
That's funny.
But it was funny. Don't get me wrong. His copy of Santorini looks amazing.
Do you want to go over this before?
Yeah, we gotta do that. So let's go ahead. What we wanted to do is, I don't know if you're interested in this. Maybe you are. Maybe you aren't. But we wanted to
show you.
Yeah, we have a game day today at our church. We're hosting it at Grace City Church, 277 Melody Lane in Wenatchee, Washington. If you're in the area, you are welcome to come along. So I thought I would just share the games that we're going to be taking. Some of them, not all. We're also going to be taking some other games like Just One and some of the smaller Ticket to Rides and that kind of stuff. Maybe a Catan, my Catan Germany that we'll take to have kind of the bridge the gap between the two. And then people also bring their own games as well.
We like to kind of bring a broad selection to game night because we'll have everything from families or people that want to play Just One and Telestrations. They want the party games. We'll have some people that will really sit down and play some heady games.
Yep.
So we kind of like to bring a broad
selection.
Thank you.
All right. So we already showed you Deliverance. Deliverance is one that we're going to be taking. So that one's going, and I think I'm probably going to be able to get that to the table today. So that's the first one, and then we've got. Can you reach that?
Yes.
You can probably reach it.
No, I can reach.
Yeah, you can reach that one.
Then
you'll
I can
be able to
reach
that one. So Flamecraft is also going to be hitting the table. Well, it's going to the game table today. Whether it reaches the actual table or not, I have no idea. But Santa Monica is going to be going too. This was suggested to me by Bubba Stallcup of Love Thy Nerd. He said that it's hidden gem is what he said. I don't know if you use that exact word, but that's the idea, is that it's been overlooked, but it's a really great game. So we're going to take that one out and try to get that played. And then we're going to take Houdini and the Genie along with For King and Country so that, maybe somebody will want to learn how to play Unmatched. It's a really simple game. It's very, very easy to teach. So, the different themes that are represented there. Also going to take Buried Treasure. Buried Treasure is from Restoration Games. This is a remake of a Sid Saxon game called Buried Treasure, or Buried Treasure, if I can make the delineation. That's not how you say buried.
I know,
you say buried.
You tried to make a delineation between
between the old pirate Buried Treasure game and Buried Treasure, the little pie theme that I'm sure Suzanne Sheldon had some influence. She is super into pies. And she's listed in the
instructions.
In the instructions. Yeah, if your name is Suzanne Sheldon, you go first.
Yeah.
There's an actual word there. So we're going to take that. We're also going to take this 4-pack of Marvel Dice Throne because this has 4 characters in it. So if we want to play multiple character game, we can. We're not restricted to just 2. So we're going to take this one as well. And then we're also going to take, for 2-player experience, we're going to take Ragnarok's, which is the successor to Santorini, by the same designer. Grey Fox Games. I did a review of this, did a unboxing with some close-ups with the components. Really cool design. So we'll be taking that one too.
Dante doesn't even know we got that one.
And we're going to be taking Tiny Towns. He doesn't know. It's been sitting right over there the whole time.
He wouldn't have looked up there.
Yeah, okay. We're also going to be taking Tiny Towns in. This is a cool little game. We played it at Dice Tower West. I had also played it before. I just didn't remember how to play it. That's why. But this is a cool little game. Spatial organization.
There was a really cool story that happened at Dice Tower West on this game.
Okay.
We were setting it up and we were playing. We had played it before. So the kids and I were like, okay, we got this. I think this was our second or third round on it. Okay, we got this. But I had a question about something and I couldn't remember the rules. So I was grabbing the rule book and a person next to me came over and said, hey, we play this game a lot because this is what generously nice people do at Dice Tower West and other conventions. Hey, we can help you. We play this a lot. Let me know if you have any questions. So I was like, no, I think I got it. I'm reading the rules. I'm like, I think I remember. And then a few minutes later, Sam came up and sat at the table. And the guy came over and said, well, I didn't realize you were Sam Healy's wife. I wouldn't have offered to help you. I'm pretty sure you know what you're doing. I'm like, I don't know nothing.
No,
but
I didn't know.
It actually was super cute. Because he was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you by offering to help. And I'm like, what? Please help me. Please help me.
Yeah. You will never, ever, 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 never offend me for wanting to try to help.
Yeah, no. But it was actually a really cute moment. It actually made me kind of smile.
Cool. That is cool. So Tiny Towns is going to be coming.
And you'll have to flip to the other camera for that one.
And then finally, well, you got to put it right side.
Well, you have to flip. Oh, no, maybe you are on it.
No, I'm on it. And then Thunder Road is going to be coming as well. Thunder Road Vendetta. We played this 3-player with JT the other night, and it was a bloodbath. I'm sorry. Well, bloodbath is probably... Well, there probably was a lot of blood because the cars had drivers in them. Maybe even some passengers as well. But there was metal carnage everywhere. And we had a blast. But we were like, oh yeah, the game's going to last 5 maps, and that's when it actually... No, we didn't get out of the first 3 because it was just
annihilated.
Bad roll after hitting walls and careening off, oil spills, everything. So that was a great little time. But we're gonna get this one to the table here. I think a lot of people will have fun with this one.
Yeah, this one was fun. I like that.
It's again. Really simple mechanisms,
right?
But it's just fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
You know, it's one of those games where you don't have to put a whole mess of thought into it. You just have fun.
Yep.
So
it was fun.
That's going to be coming.
I actually really liked it.
Yeah, it was. It was really fun. We had a great time with that.
That was fun.
We'll probably also be doing some other games. Like I said, we're probably going to bring just one. We'll probably bring Codenames, pictures, something like that. I might bring Planet, my city, because that has too much legacy stuff in it.
But Planet would be good.
We could bring
Dante likes that one too.
I was thinking about bringing Boop, but it's mainly a 2-player game.
It's a 2-player.
Yeah, so we've already got 2 players kind of nailed down. But I might bring the Goonies game too, see if we can figure that one out. Because Kristen's probably going to be there.
Not Mystic Market, but they like the Golem Century.
Oh, Century Golem Edition.
Yeah, they do like that one, so we can bring that one too.
So that's going to happen. It is evening here, and I shall go play some games. Have a good day, Terry or Halo. You probably have already gone though. With Kalex, all the big boxes are on top. They are anchored, though.
See?
There you go. Good job. Still haven't played Battle War 2nd Edition because I started painting the minis, so I am waiting until I finish before I play it. My brain won't let me play it with half the minis painted. I can see that. Blake Cavity says, I'm in Tacoma. If I had a way of getting there, I would. Understood. Well, just maybe
the next time.
Maybe the next time, because we're probably going to have at least one a month.
I have one
over the course of
July, I don't remember when.
Yeah, I remember you and Kristen were talking about it, but we're basically kind of what?
The Unabomber died.
Oh.
Found dead in a jail cell.
Oh, that's dark. Ugh.
I mean, he's dark anyway.
Jana Heismans is here. Hello from Belgium.
Ooh.
Welcome. What are the pros and cons for you between working for the Dice Tower and running your own channel? Well,
Washington State.
Yes. Yes. I really enjoy the weather here much better than the weather in Florida. And yes, you are here. My family is here. So that's yes. But for me, I think the pros, there aren't a whole lot of cons. The one con, I guess, between me doing my own channel and working for the Dice Tower is that there was a level of camaraderie that came along with working at the Dice Tower that I don't have here just running my own channel, because it's just me. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I still play games with her and she's here with me, and JT does stuff with me, and I have people from church that we play games with. So I'm getting the camaraderie, but when she's at work, the kids are at school, and I'm doing work here at the house, it's just me and Strider, our dog.
But at Dice Tower, you had that.
But at Dice Tower, I had, people sitting next to me I could talk to and joke around with, and that's probably the one con, the only con, because generally speaking, I'm doing the same kind of work. I guess a pro would be that I can kind of just pretty much do whatever I want to do. And I kind of could do that with Tom as well, but there was still an expectation. I had to do 5 videos a week. And I am trying to do, I'm actually doing more than that now. You are. So I'm still not at the level that I want to be, though. And I'm still not at the level that I think I have to be for it to be really a viable job. I haven't been able to monetize the channel yet, but that hopefully is coming soon. So I really don't know. But I mean, I listen to people like Alex Radcliffe say that he does 2 videos a day. And I'm like, that was crazy. And then he posted like 3 reviews the other day, and I was like, how though? How do you have enough time in the day?
I'm grateful that how much Sam gets to learn and how. Like, it's really cool.
Yeah, it is fun. It is fun, and I'm enjoying myself, but I am of the mind that I need to make it a viable source of income. So, and there's a lot that goes along with that. That's, because it's not just monetizing the channel, it's also doing stuff for publishers, contracting for previews and stuff like that. And when those happen, you have a deadline. You have to get them done by a certain time. You have to work that into... And I don't feel like I've got my legs underneath me yet, because I'm not far enough ahead to where I would like to be, where I'm recording and editing stuff that's going up next week. Rather than recording and editing stuff that I need to get up tomorrow. This week or tomorrow or today. Right. And I'm just not there yet.
You will.
I'll get there, I guess, but we'll see.
Somebody just wrote from Yakima.
Oh, from Yakima. Hauser.
Only 2 hours away. You can
Only
make it
2 hours away.
You can make it a game night.
Come to game night. Come on. You want to do it. Blake Cavaney, let me guess. The dog is the biggest cheater in the house. We don't let him play the board game. He'll eat half the components. Yeah, the cat. Ugh. The cat is the one reason why I can't set a game up
overnight
because filming. I'll come in and it'll be just a bloodbath on the table.
He's like,
this epic battle occurred. And
well, you had your mini that you painted yesterday, and I know you intentionally
put
it up
on top of the shelf that I have as a nightstand right next to our bed. I set it there like I was holding it in my Citadel hand, my Citadel holder thingy.
And then you did it here,
and I put it down,
and then you knocked it over.
And I come in later, and it's like, boom.
And then this morning when I came in, because I know you'd put it here.
I set it down.
Oh, you set it down.
I did.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it. It was an abomination that we painted on Gaming with ADHD yesterday. So it's a sturdy model. I'm not worried about it being broken.
I got to get going.
Yeah, you got to get going. We got to get going. So we're going to get on out of here.
Round for 2 minutes.
Yeah, we'll do a lightning round for 5 minutes.
Okay. I got time.
You got our Daphne, our daughter, is going to be taking her
driving test today.
Driving test, not the written part.
She's already passed that.
The actual driven test today at 11. So we have 35 minutes to get there. So we've got a lightning round for 5 minutes. We do have to end at 10:30. So I have a 10 and 11-year-old that are already playing heavy games, Clash of Cultures on the table. If you need players, bring them today, 3 to 9 p.m.
I have food.
We have food. We have a huge atrium at our church that is wonderful for an open gaming area. We will be there, 277 Melody Lane, Wenatchee, Washington, Grace City Church. We will be there 3 to 9 p.m. Bring them.
Yeah, we love. Our kids will be there.
Let's see. That is the way the cat can't come on my room.
Yeah.
No. I took a picture one time. You can go check my Instagram. And I had my paint set up all nice and neat, and I came in one day and it was just like mayhem. Just like the cat just went up there and went, no. That's what it looked like. And I was like, why? What did I do to you? Anyway, lightning round, 5 minutes, begins right now. So we'll see what
comes up.
We'll see what comes up. If anything doesn't come up, we'll be done at 10:30.
We'll be good.
Yep, we'll be done at 10:30. Living in Germany or Korea? Wow, that's a hard, super hard question. If I had to choose right now where I was going to live the rest of my life,
okay,
I would choose Germany. And that's not a slight on Korea.
No.
My daughter is over in Germany right now, so I would want to be closer to her rather than further away. So I would definitely say Germany. Plus, Essen. I mean, yeah.
And you could go up to UKGE.
Yeah, and UKGE is really close.
That was tough too.
That was pretty difficult. Favorite dungeon crawlers? Over the years, I consider Zombicide a dungeon crawler, so I'll say Zombicide is probably my favorite. I enjoyed Massive Darkness, but it was just too much fiddliness compared to Zombicide for me. I've also enjoyed the one from Ares Games, Sword and Sorcery, I think it's called. Is that the right name? I can't remember if that's right, but there's one from Ares Games that was really fun. That was a good one. And then Deliverance is a really fun dungeon crawler with a Christian theme on it. So that's that. Still waiting for questions.
That's all right.
We've got 15 watching now. That's pretty good. Zombicide is my favorite. That is cool. That's cool. Yeah, I believe that's probably still calling, but Zombicide is my favorite dungeon crawler right now. But here's the thing. I haven't played 2nd edition. I was this close to picking up 2nd edition. I didn't because it was over $100. And I couldn't, in my mind.
What is the difference between 1st edition and 2nd edition?
They fixed stupid rules from 1st edition. That's the best way to put it. Let's see. Along the same vein, German food or Korean food? Korean food.
German food.
Is better by far.
German food.
No. Korean food is better by far than German food. I like German food, do not get me wrong. But as far as the excitement that my palate has, Korean food
I like
all day long and twice on Sunday. Longer, 45 minutes or up, or shorter, up to 30-minute games. It depends on the situation. If it's a board game night at a store or a community center or something like that, then I would prefer the longer 45 minutes and up. But if it's something like what we're doing today, I'm okay with 30 to 45 minute games because then you can get more games in, you get more interaction. Before Yakima used to live in Waterville.
That's right up here, yeah.
Used to have a buddy who lived in Waterville. He just moved to Idaho, but Yeah, we actually went to
Right
his night. Went to his house up in Waterville to play some games. Mansions of Madness or Arkham Horror? Mansions of Madness for me. Arkham Horror was fine. I played a couple of games of Arkham Horror. 2 games right back to back. And I had to fight Cthulhu in both games by myself. No, I didn't win. Got my butt handed to me by Cthulhu itself. I don't even know if it's a him or a her. And that was not fun. Memorable, but not fun. Do you play any solo games? Usually not. Not really, Johannes. I usually want to try. I play games for the camaraderie, the interaction. It's okay. The interaction around the table, and you just don't get that from a solo experience. I don't mind solo, especially if it's fun. I have played, like for example, I've played Rise of the Necromancers, their solo mode. Did it live actually, and I enjoyed that experience. But it's not what I want to go to. Deliverance or Zombicide? That's
a good one.
I would have to go with as far as the gameplay and ease of mechanisms and the level of familiarity I have with it, I would probably say Zombicide. But Deliverance is still a really close second. I would probably put them on almost the same level. But if I'm playing in a group of people who are not Christians, I'll put Zombicide on the table. But if I'm playing with a bunch of Christians that enjoy Zombicide, I'll put Deliverance on the table and say, hey, you're going to like this one too. So it's kind of, they're both equal, but it just depends on what situation I'm in. Fantasy or sci-fi miniatures? It depends. Depends on the game. I like both. I like miniatures, period. So I don't really delineate between those two, David. Hauser, kids love Death May Die. Great player interaction and turns go fast. Cthulhu Death May Die is one of those games I actually had the opportunity to play a very early prototype where the two designers of the game were making notes.
Oh, that's cool.
And saying, yeah, we should change that. We should do this. We should change that. They change it mid-game, and it's like, no, now it's harder. Yeah, we know. Yeah, that kind of thing. Friends or The Big Bang Theory?
I never watched The Big Bang Theory. Like, I've watched a few episodes.
Yeah.
So I would have to say
I would say with...
Because that was kind of my college. Like
general comedic value, as a geek...
Yeah, Big Bang
Theory is the better. I think Friends is the...
Friends was like me in college. Like, it was like what we watched. That and ER. We watched ER.
Yeah. Friends is fun. Don't get me wrong. But compared to Big Bang Theory,
I think...
think...
Friends now is so... Like, it's so hard. You can barely get through a full episode.
Yeah.
Like, this is not so good.
iOS or Android? We both have iOS devices. Because I use Macs for work. All right. Go get her ready.
Bye.
I'll be ready by the time you get done.
Are you coming?
Yes. I have a Bible group in Ephrata, over 40 people, and we all play games. That's awesome.
Oh, hey, they should come. Ephrata.
Yeah, we have a game night. Do you have a game? You have a Bible study group today? Or what? Anyway, I'm going to download the rules today. Thanks for talking about it today. You are welcome, Colin. Very good to have you here. All right, we do have to go. We got to get Daphne to her driving test. So we're going to get on out of here. Jess has already said goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for joining us here on the Flipside. We certainly appreciate your time and your camaraderie in your community. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys and gals on the Flipside. Have a great weekend. Don't forget, if you're in the area, Hauser, 3 to 9 p.m. at Grace City Church here in Wenatchee, board game night. Hope to see you there. If not, that's cool. Maybe next time. Take care, folks.